What's up, Pokemoshpitbeta? This is HerpyDerqy, and today I'm going to bring you guys a very cool Yu-Yu match. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the team preview, shall we? So, you can see that my team, it might seem really ordinary on paper, but in actuality, it's actually very unique, because maybe a weatherman might give you a small hint on what my team does. And if you've ever watched one of Magnitude's videos where he used this Weatherman Suicune, basically what he did is that he had a Suicune with 4 weather moves, and the rest of the Pokemon complement each certain kind of weather. But I thought that was way too crazy for me, so I just thought, I'll just stick with 2 weather, and I'll just see what happens. So I picked Suicune and Sableye to set up weather for me, and I have the rest of my Pokemon to abuse the weather. It's a very interesting kind of strategy, and you're going to see how it turns out in this battle. So, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to choose to lead right off the bat with my Sableye, because my Sableye can definitely deal with most of my situations. He's actually going to lead off with Subtile, thinking I'm going to leave Suicune, which is perfect for me, because I'm going to predict his switch into his Arcanine, because I know he's going to fear that Will-O-Wisp, and I'm going to go for the Rain Dance, which is awesome, because now I'm going to get the Rain up, I can go to one of my sweepers now and start wrecking. I do see Intimidate on the Arcanine, which is a pretty big indicator to me that he most likely doesn't have Wild Charge, because it's definitely a defensive Arcanine, which is very good info. He misses the Will-O-Wisp on this turn on my Queendra, which is very unfortunate for him, but then again, I did have the Lumberry, so either way, I would have just burned my Lumberry, and it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to go for a substitute this turn, scouting out what kind of Pokemon he wants to switch into, and he's going to switch into this Porygon 2, which is kind of a problem to my team. So right now, I really need to take down this Porygon 2 as soon as possible. So I'm going to start setting up a few Dragon Dances in hopes that I can 2-hit KO this Porygon 2. So with my second Dragon Dance, it looks like I have a pretty good amount of attack and speed. He's going to go for the Toxic, which is going to get cancelled out by my Lumberry, so he basically just burned a turn, which is awesome. So now I'm just going to go for the Outrage, which is going to be a 2-hit KO on this Porygon 2, which is awesome. That's really what I need. And the Toxic is going to hit me this turn, but in all honesty, it didn't really matter if he got the Toxic one turn earlier, if he hit the Will-O-Wisp and stuff like that, because you're going to see that my Queendra isn't going to live much longer, so getting like one more turn of a little bit of damage wouldn't have made that big of a difference. So either way, he's gonna go back into his Arcanine to get the Intimidate on me, and now I'm just gonna, since I'm locked in Outrage, I still have to go for it, but he has the option to switch, so he's gonna switch into his Donphan to take the Outrage, and the Donphan's gonna take the Outrage pretty darn nicely, and I'm going to get confused now, and in all honesty, I'm not sure if I wanted to stay in or switch out, but I think I'll just stay in because I'm already kind of toxic. I already have a ton of damage with my Dragon Dances, so I might as well just go for the KO on this Donphan. Unfortunately, I do get hit by the confusion. I'm not going to be able to live, and I am just going to die, which is very, very sad. But you know what? It's okay, because I did get rid of that Porygon 2, which is very important. So that's now that that threat is down, I feel like King Queendra really did its job, so it's not too big of a deal. Now, I'm going to go into Weatherman, just going to go for the Scald. He's actually going to switch into his Azelf, and I am going to get the burn, but he actually has a Lumberry. So, now that I notice he has a Lumberry, I'm thinking he's probably got Nasty Plot, and he's going to try to set up on me. So, I'm going to try to go for a Roar this turn, predicting him to use a setting up move, and he does do that, which is awesome, because I'm going to force him to switch out into the best possible Pokemon, Arcanine, because he cannot do anything to me. He's going to burn me, which is probably his best move, and I'm just going to opt to go for the Rain Dance to, once again, get my weather up. Plus, since I do have Scald in the rain is going to be doing a ton of damage to anything on his team, and he's going to switch into his Azelf to sack it, because he realizes that Azelf is probably the most useless Pokemon, considering that I have Roar. So he's going to sack his Azelf, which is fine with me, but the biggest threat to my team is going to come in, which is his Sceptile. Now, Sceptile's a really big problem, because he's got Unburden, he's got Swords Dance, he could sweep my entire team once he gets Unburden up. So, right now, my plan is to just sack my Suicune, just hope I get a burn with the Scald. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and now I'm just like, you know what, I gotta sack my Suicune. I really, really, really need a safe switch into my Sableye, so I'd rather just have Suicune soon die. I still have Sableye for my weather, so I'm not too concerned about that. So I'm going to switch into my Sableye this turn. I'm going to scare him off with the Will-O-Wisp. I'm not going to predict like his switch in Arcanine or anything like that, because in all honesty, I just really need to get that Sableye burned, because it's such a big threat to my team. And honestly, I'd rather just waste a turn just going for a Will-O-Wisp, even though he might switch out, which is fine with me. So the range does stop this turn, which is perfect, because now I can just set up the weather once more. He kind of realizes that I don't even have taunt on the Sableye, so he's just gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp this turn, which is totally fine with me, because honestly, like, I don't have any attacking moves on Sableye, so it's not that big of a deal if I'm burned. So now he's gonna predict my switch out into one of my Swift Swim Pokemon, so he's gonna choose to go into a Sceptile while I switch out into my Ludicolo. Now I don't even have Ice Beam on this Ludicolo. My strongest move is Focus Blast, and it's not going to KO the Sceptile, which really sucks, because now he's gonna go for the Unburden with the Flight Gem. Is gonna kill me, and now he's got the Unburden boost, and things are looking terrible for me, because I don't have anything on my team to deal with the Sceptile, and basically my only choice is that I have to go into my Victory Bell, and I have to hope that he's going to switch out fearing the Sucker Punch, because I actually don't even have Sucker Punch. I'm just hoping he might fear it and switch out, and that's exactly what he's going to do, which is hilarious, because he's going to go into his Arcanine. I'm going to predict his switch into his Arcanine. I'm going to go for the Weather Ball, and because it's raining, Weather Ball is going to be a water type with 100 base power, and that's going to be enough to finish off that Arcanine, which is awesome. So Victory Bell in rain is still doing some work, which is pretty sweet. So that is a really risky play on my part to try to bluff that Sucker Punch. You know, going to Sableye wouldn't have been the same if I went for Will-O-Wisp, because then I'd have to, like he might go into Arcanine, he's gonna get free switches and stuff, and that wouldn't be good. So at least I killed off the Arcanine instantly, which is sweet. But now he's gonna go into his Nidoking, who's gonna get the Ice Beam on my Victory Bell. He's gonna outspeed me, kill me off, but you know what? That's fine, because now the rain is up. I can go back into my Sableye and reset up the rain. I know I can live an Earth Power since I am running max HP, max special defense. So I'm just going to go for the Rain Dance this turn, while he's just going to go for the Earth Power, and like I said, I know I can live one. But now I'm thinking, okay, he's going to predict my switch into my last Pokemon, Gorbis. So now I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp this turn, predicting his switch into a Sceptile. That's exactly what he's going to do, which is awesome, because now I'm going to burn the Sceptile. The Sceptile is going to die before it can kill off my Gorbis, and that's perfect for me, because now the Sceptile is finally dead. My Gorbis does not have to fear any other Pokemon. My Sableye is right about to die, so you know what? I'm gonna leave my Sableye in and just sack it. Because honestly, I got 2 turns of rain after my Sableye dies. That's the perfect amount of turns for me to send in Gorbis with Swift Swim, and I can easily just go for 2 Surfs, which is gonna kill off his Donphan, and then is gonna be able to finish off his Nidoking, which is awesome for me. So that is going to be the game. It was definitely a close match. Hope you guys enjoyed my Weatherman team. If you did, please feel free to check out my channel where I have other cool Pokemon battles, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.